So today I'm going to give you some great subject lines for your email. And so I actually did this for your subject line or your captions for social media, but they can be intertwined so you can use them for both. Because the goal is to get people to stop the scroll. How many of you like, I need people to see my stuff? You need more people to see yourself. Well, I get a lot of interactions on my posts, so I can teach this subject very well. I've been a business coach for almost 2 decades. Yes, I built my business offline, went online right before the pandemic, started building online. Thank God I did. I didn't want to, but I did. See how you do things you don't want to do, and look what happened. Come through, Jesus. And so sometimes you got to do those things that seem hard, difficult, frustrating, right? And you just learn how to do them. And as you do it, you will grow. You will get comfortable, right? In doing that. Just like at your job, you weren't the best number one person coming in, but now you're probably like the CEO. It's the same thing on social media. It's the same thing building a business. It's the same. It's a skill-based business. Anybody can do it, right? You have the ability, you can do it. Now, yes. Oh, Denise is in the building. Yes, good to see your beautiful face. I'm so excited to see you on this beautiful Monday. So put it in the chat. Tell me what you did productive this weekend for your business. Okay, what did you do productive for your business? I'm Jerusha, business coach, speaker, radio personality, and I'm excited to share with you what you probably, if you want to get more people to stop the scroll, you want more people interacting on your email list, responding to your email list, as well as your social media platforms. So this is going to be really easy. Make sure you put it in the chat for me. A pretty person will put this in the chat for me. So first of all, you worked over the weekend. Oh, good. Yes. Entrepreneurs work on the weekend. Like, come on now. If you're a true entrepreneur, you're actually working, meaning that you have marketing things that are happening. Of course, it's obviously you have systems. Write this down. Save yourself time, energy, and money. You have systems in place that's working for you. So it's not like a hustle, but you have systems that you've already implemented that's still working on your behalf. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? So I am so grateful for all of my followers, my friends, because I can share with you how I was able to build this account pretty quickly, actually. So there are 3 ways to fail at everything in life. Write this down. First of all, blame all your problems on other people. That's the fastest way to fail. Stop blaming other people for, they didn't interact on your social media page. They didn't respond. They didn't purchase. It's okay. Those aren't your people. Okay. We got to find your people. And the second thing is complain. If you complain about everything, Houston, we have a problem. We got to change the way that you're thinking. Write that down. That's number 2. Complaining about everything you're going to fail at all the things. Stop complaining. Whatever you speak, you get to keep. So stop doing that. I have to teach my son. We fasted together for 40 days. And a part of his fasting was no negativity. You can't use any negative words for 40 days. And he struggled with that. And so we had to change our language. And the third thing that I can tell you is not being grateful. So that's why I'm so grateful when I come on. I'm like, you know what? I'm grateful because you can scroll on by, but you stop the scroll. So I'm always grateful for my business and the legacy and everything that I'm leaving. So the good news is there's room for everyone to win. I'm excited because every single person, because social media is a tool that can be used. Every single one of us can build an online presence and online business, and every single person can make 6, 7, 8 figures. Anybody can do it. Now, it's work required, but you have the ability already in you. Now, I want to know, if you're building your audience, how many of you already have an email list? We want more people to stop the scroll when they're going through the emails and read yours. I want more people to see your emails. Okay, put it in the chat. If you do have a list, put email, the word email. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook family. If you do, put email. Okay, just let me know. I just kind of want to see my audience. Like, I already have an email list, Jerusha. I've always had one. Like, tell me what I'm working with. Okay. So yes, if you have an email list, put email. That's important to know. If you want an email list, okay, I taught a class a couple of weeks ago on creating a Google form. And so it's not too late. You can actually start doing it today. It's never too late. Right now is the best time. And please don't be one of the people that say, I'm writing it down. I'm going to do it someday. I'm going to do it one day. Girl, someday leads to a town called nowhere. So you're going to do it today. And that's how you get into motion. That's how you act on it. It's too many people just making decisions. I'm going to do it, but they don't actually act on that decision. Just like I tell you the story about the 3 frogs sitting on the log. One frog decided to jump. How many frogs are still sitting on the log? There are 3 frogs sitting on the log. One decided to jump. How many frogs are still sitting on the log? 3 frogs. One decided, but he didn't act on it. That's how people are. Oh, I decided to do Instagram. I'm going to do a TikTok. I decided. And then I'm like, did you do it? Oh, not yet. I decided. You can make a decision, but you still have to act on that decision. Yes, makes sense to you, right? So you can start and grow your email list today. When you offer your service or info about your product, and even if this is interesting, obviously your email can't be just about your product. So, but you can offer your service, your info about whatever you have going on through emails. People still read emails, people, right? We just need them to stop on yours. They still read emails. And so if you go through your emails, what makes you stop on certain emails? Headlines. And so I'm going to give you some quick headlines that you can start using for your email list. And so, yes, okay, email, you already have one. Great. We want more people reading your stuff. We want more people seeing your stuff. And the same thing applies to social media. These headlines can be used on social media. They can be used on YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel, I have a YouTube channel. So all of these can be used. The point is for them to, because people have seconds and they've already gone. So you want to make sure that you catch their eye as fast as possible. And so we're going to try to give you some liners. And of course, it's pretty simple. Once you have these examples, you can start creating your own. But here are some stop the scroll lines for emails. So if you're building, yes, you're building an email list. Okay, email, not yet. Okay, that's fine. According to what I read was, according to an email expert, you should send out, this is good information, you should send out 2 to 3 emails a week. If you already have an email list, okay, and you're like, I'm growing, my business, you notice even places like, DSW is a shoe store here in Atlanta, right? They send me an email probably once a week. Like, people, billion-dollar companies, whether it's Target, whether they send out emails. So it's not like this is a new type of marketing. You just haven't done it. And so you want to get on the bandwagon and making sure that you're reaching people in the way that they could respond. A lot of people aren't on social media. They don't participate like we participate. They read their emails. So you're missing a whole group of people that they read the emails all the time. So you want to put this in the chat for me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. 2 to 3 emails a week if you have one, okay? If you're sending 3, you should obviously have one that's marketing you, your product or service, your opportunity. But the other emails should be informative, educational, stories to help the reader. Again, serving other people. So the other emails, yes, you have to market your business, right? I have a business course, the 3-day ride. When I send out my email, I make sure that's on there as well. But I also have my trainings. I'm giving value. I'm educating, informing, telling stories. It's a great way if you have an email list for people to get to know you on a deeper level as well, because you can tell your story. You can tell your background. So you do want to make sure that the email is also personable. Make sense? It's not just a blast email. So the marketing rule states that a potential customer has to see your email at least 7 times before they'll actually be provoked to take action. Did you hear that? They have to see your email at least 7 times before they're like, all right, I'm ready to purchase this college in Jerusalem, right? And so that means you got to be emailing. And so most readers spend like 7 seconds reading an email before they scroll by. So you got 7 seconds for them to stop. Read, How many of you, this is true, 7 seconds, next, email, delete, or whatever they're going to do with it. You got 7 seconds. You have 3 seconds to engage a subscriber with the subject line. So in order for them to read it, they have to first stop to see the subject line to open it and then read it, right? So we want to make sure we change your subject line so you have 3 seconds. I know, right? We have the attention span, they said, less than a goldfish at this point in life. So here's some great subject lines. Write this down. Okay. Are you making this mistake Melissa. Now, it's good if you put the person's name in the subject line. If it's too long, don't put the person's name. Just make sure when they open the email, obviously it says their name. And so here's a quick subject line. Are you making this blank mistake? So it could be, are you making this sales mistake? Question mark. And then you're like, oh, well, what sales mistake? I might be making it. It prompts a person to open it because you got 3 seconds. And then they're going to what? Briefly look at it for 7 seconds to see if they're going to continue to read it. Okay, that's the first one. Another good subject line is don't blank every day. Do this instead. So don't sell on social media every day. Do this instead. Okay, that's a good subject line. Write this down. Don't blank every day. Do this instead. That's a subject line in your email. They're going to open like, what do I need to do instead of doing that? What do I need to do to reach your... Don't sell on your social media page every day. Do this instead. You got to open it to see the instead, right? And so this is very good because people, the right people are going to open it because they want to learn. Somebody that doesn't want to know about the mistake that they're making, they're just going to scroll by. And that's fine. You want quality professionals anyway. You want buyers ready right now, buyers anyway. Okay. So here's another one. Write this down. Are you making it too complicated? Question mark. Are you making it too complicated? And people like, yeah, probably. Are you making building a business too complicated? Are you making creating content too complicated? Are you making... And so if you are doing that, guess what you do? You open it so you can learn how not to make it complicated. So you see what I'm saying? This makes sense, right? Another good one would be steal this business idea. Now, somebody that's looking for a business idea, they want to start a business, or their business is already up and running so they can do another business because we want multiple streams of income. Steal this business idea. I got that one from Grant Cardone. I'm on the email list, right? And I said, oh, steal this business idea. It made me open it because I'm like, what business? He's a real estate guy, right? And I'm like, what business idea? Let me see. So what is making you open the emails? You get them all the time from all different, businesses, but you only open certain ones. That's because of the subject line. Another good one is, I've never done this before. And if you're reading my email and I say, I never done this before, you're like, well, what did Jerusha never do before? Let me find out. You want them to open it. Now, the email app that I use, it tells me how many people opened it, how long they were on it, and if they clicked my links. So you get to see the analytics. If you're using one, you get to see how many people open it. It tells you, and how many people didn't open it as well. And so is this helpful? Is this helpful? Say, Jerusha, this is helpful to me.